Oh, yes, it's that time. And it is Pie Day. 314. And that's The Rock bringing in the pie for Let Me Tell You Something, Brother.
Okay.
The most electrifying show right here on 21.6 The Net. Yes, you got it. And man, just on cue, the man himself, the myth, the legend.
You were worried just a little bit.
The tag team champions in the house. Tim and Tom, let me tell you something, brother.
You talk wrestling. All right. I can't talk wrestling for
what kind of pie is it, Sal says?
Oh, I saw Sal. Yeah, he's not coming in as usual again. He's chicken shit. So
SG3.
without Pollo Loco, you know?
We can send him a link if they
no, if he doesn't have the common decency to show up, you know, he don't get no link.
There you go.
He always says, "Oh, next time I'll be on. Next time I'll be on."
Of course, you're out celebrating the championship a little bit, huh, Tom? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so
another championship.
Another championship. So this past weekend, my son Josh, 7th grade feeder basketball, I helped coach with, won their first tournament. Last year they won like 2 games all year.
Whew, nice.
And like this year, myself and our dad and I came up and helped assisted the new coach and really got the kids more disciplined and focused than what was going on last year. And it was just there's glimpses of greatness there.
Yeah.
Right. You see it. You see the potential. It's them to finally realize their potential.
That's
and
it.
They finally win. Now there was a bet that we were talking about where they wanted us to shave our heads if they won the tournament. I told them they have to go 5-0.
Uh-huh.
They went 4-1, but won the championship.
How old are they again?
7th grade. So I'm trying to teach them about parlays.
It's old enough for a lesson to be learned.
It is. I mean, it's parlay. You go to Vegas, you make a bet. Like, let's say you want, we're going to bet on who's playing the NBA right now.
Well, you got the NCAA tournament.
Let's say like in the NBA for the NBA finals,
Lakers against the Celtics.
Lakers and Celtics. You want the Celtics to win in 5.
Yeah.
Well, they win in 6. You lose the bet. You don't get money.
Kent has never wanted the Celtics to win.
No,
especially
never.
Well, that's why I said the Celtics, because he's the Laker boy.
Anyways, congratulations, man.
That is. That's cool.
That kid coaching youth sports is something special for sure. I love it with Addie's soccer league, you know, and kind of a similar situation. I got into coaching soccer, you know, wanting my kid just to like be able to play, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it's been almost 9 years now. I've been part of this organization in some form or fashion, and it's awesome.
So, what kind of coaches are you guys? A screaming, hollering, jumping up and down, yelling kind of coach?
Believe it or not, I am a jumping up and down coach on the sidelines during game.
Yeah,
but I'm not a holler and screaming type of coach negatively.
Yeah,
only when they're
not
doing
negativity?
something awesome. No
negativity.
Talk about AEW on the soccer field, right?
I like how all your Facebook posts are always about being positive, but as soon as it's AEW, it's like negativity right there.
This is my alter ego here, negativity, right? And to the rest of the world, I'm a very positive guy.
Yeah.
But no, whenever, you know, seeing, especially one of the underdog kids, you know, like maybe the kid that comes shy and timid at the beginning of the season, and we develop and work on their skill, and they become part of the team, and then they score, they do something amazing during the game. Like I'm literally jumping up and down. Like that's awesome.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them loud ones. I'm man. And I tell the parents and the kids right off the bat, first practice, Mike, don't mistake my passion for me being mad at you.
Right. My son, Gabe, he was my assistant coach. And
Oh,
at
nice.
16 and maybe 15 and 14 when he was helping me, he was the one that was the screaming and the disciplinary.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did you get that from? Because I didn't coach you like that. Anyways, sometimes I had to tell him, hey man,
Yeah.
we're just kids. Calm down. Anyways.
So like for me, it's my son Josh, he's the athlete.
Yeah.
I probably push him more than any of his other siblings because I see what's there and what he's usually like the number one, number two kid, like in baseball, football, basketball. So like for him, I'm more, I don't know. I don't want to say invested, but like emotionally invested in his potential right there.
Yeah.
As far as coaching goes, like with baseball last year, I did rec baseball. It was more of like, this is rec baseball. It's about the kids learning, having fun. If they want to go compete, go to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rec baseball, it's kind of like the park district. Like it's just fun.
Yeah.
Basketball, kind of not the same boat. I treat feeder basketball as more, no, this is competition. We're playing to win nearly every game. I mean, if you have a regular season game, whatever, everyone plays, but tournaments, you always play to win tournaments.
And every kid here at McHenry hates Johnsburg anyway.
Pretty much. Even our refs this past week, it was kind of funny. It was like we had this one ref, like she used to live in Johnsburg, and kind of made mention because I was doing the scores table, like how she's like never going back there and doesn't like it, and was not calling anything for us like that game, and we ended up like losing to Harvard. We were Harvard's third win all year, like because she would not call anything for us. So we knew we were having our next game. I went to a concession stand. Got some Snickers bars and they had Girl Scout cookies there. Got some Girl Scout cookies. So I start flirting with her the second game a little bit. And I offer a cookie. Like, you want a cookie, don't you? And then she starts smiling like, yeah, I kind of do. And then also we're getting calls our way.
What kind of cookies?
The coconut Samoas.
Always good.
So like,
Can't go wrong.
So like, she come by and like
the raspberry thin mint thing. Not that good.
That good.
Nothing.
No.
So I mean, it worked in our benefit there. Yeah. But like overall, as a coach, like, so some know, like I used to work with the Cubs.
Yeah.
So being with the Cubs, I was a visiting clubhouse attendant. I was in the dugout with like nearly every single National League manager. So Tony La Russa, Bobby Cox, Dusty Baker were, and like, so I learned all their different styles of what they were doing, just sitting next to them. And like most of the time, they weren't the yellers and screamers. They were more of like, hey, like, what did you do there? Like, what did you learn? Like, what's next time up is a hit. Like next time,
a lot easier with grown-ups that are making millions of dollars.
Well, that too, but but it's like you see the kids there, and like because like Andy Pettit with the Astros at the time, his son was like the bat boy. I always had to babysit.
Nice.
So like, and you watch like how they are with them, and it was just like, so I kind of learned from them.
That's cool.
What to do firsthand and that experience. So that's like with basketball I'm more intense because that's a sport I truly love and know.
Yeah.
And I like the scheme of it. It's like a chess match.
Yeah.
And the matchups and all that stuff. So and with that, it's like that comes with my NBA experience in college where I used to broadcast Pacer games and videotape that stuff and got to go in the locker rooms, meet the players, meet the other coaches. And it's just the styles that you see and witness.
Yeah, that's cool.
And try to relate that to the kids, but then it's like you tell the kid like, oh hey, like last week Ryan Sandberg was at our game.
Yeah, I saw that pic.
None of them know who he was. Like, some of them are diehard Cub fans. I'm like, the Cubs are getting a statue for him.
Ryan.
R-Y-N-E.
Rhino.
And they're like, yeah, the Cubs are building him a statue this year. And it's like their dads are all excited.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess we can use this as a transition since we're talking about minor leagues and people that nobody knows anything about. What's going on with AEW lately?
AEW actually had a great pay-per-view like 2 weeks ago. That's probably going to be even better than WrestleMania. Man, look at that.
Nega Timothy has entered
right
the
there, baby.
He's
brilliant.
back.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So,
the big thing was the Iron Man match with Brian Danielson, however you want to remember him as, against MJF, the champion of AEW.
Okay. What happened?
So there they had
wait. I'm sorry. Let me back up because we're talking in the green room.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
wasn't.
just to be honest, I like MJF. I have not watched a second of AEW since he has been, other than a commercial.
Right.
And I know it's coming on, so I know I got to find something else to watch. Other than, I have no idea what is going on. I saw his face busted up on Twitter. I don't know if that was from this.
That was from the match, yeah.
But for some reason, MJF was my like shining light in AEW. And it's the moment he became champion, I have not been able to bring myself to watch any of it. And I don't know if it's because Paige, I don't like what's going on there. I don't know. I'm not seeing any. I was watching it. Yeah,
I'm giving you credit.
I was giving. You're giving me talking about it.
That's funny. It's like he'll always give me crap, but he's watching it.
Look, I got to be able to give you crap about it.
You're probably watching that more than you're watching Raw, because Raw's just has been a snooze fest.
That's kind of why I got into that a little bit. But for the conversation purposes with AEW, you have to lead this, man, because I don't know what the hell's going on with AEW at all.
So what's weird right now in the wrestling world is the rumor is Vince has been backing Gorilla. Whether or not he's doing anything and what the Gorilla position is, it's the head producer directing the show for wrestling, right behind the curtains. He's got the headset on.
Wait. Are you talking about Vince McMahon right now?
I'm just saying it's the weird world of like it's the cycle.
Okay.
So it seems like Vince is back. There's some stuff there where there's some fingerprints of that's a Vince move. Is Triple H really in charge there? No. And then what happened when Vince was in charge before? AEW was more wrestling storyline based. And now with the whole like CM Punk crap, I mentioned his name on a show today. I tried to do one show without his name on there. But it's like ever since that whole debacle happened, AEW kind of like is trying to clean up that disaster, that tornado, that hurricane, whatever. And it seems now like they're going, okay, we have Paige, Soraya, Tony Storm, and now Ruby Soho. They're the former WWE gals. Let's kind of recreate the New World Order. We're just going to call them the Outcasts instead of the Outsiders and do that storyline. Brian Danielson said his career is coming to an end. I think he said like he's retiring after this contract's up. He won one great match. He probably won't ever win the AEW belt. He's more there to put younger guys over, teach them stuff. But
he was brought in to stick it to WWE. He was a star there. He wanted to go and wrestle.
He wanted to wrestle more, and he wanted to wrestle, and that is pretty much what he wanted to do. He wanted to wrestle. He wasn't going to get that.
His music is the only thing that's better about him is his music.
Wow,
his music is awesome. Like that
techno.
It's the same music, but it got a better beat.
It's like Charlotte Flair.
It's like the remix. Yes, hey, that's a good comparison. But I got to tell you, in this 5-minute monologue that you've just started, you can help yourself from mentioning WWE. You led with WWE. You've interjected WWE.
Wow, this is just a setup.
And you've given me zero things to bite on with AEW and why I should tune in, other than to see Bryan Danielson's last match.
The Big Show, after 2 hip replacements and a knee replacement, says he's coming back to AEW.
Oh, good. Another reason not to watch. Thanks for the warning.
Nothing like seeing the Big Show
but what's driving me nuts right now with AEW is like Wardlow goes and wins the TNT Championship at their last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Only then to go lose it 3 days later to Powerhouse Hobbs.
That wasn't with the refs holding the ladder. That was someone else, right? Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs, yeah.
Yeah, with the refs helping him win.
Yeah. Was it? No, it was like Stokely or something came out to help him win.
Wasn't there a picture of
like I'm sorry. No, he won the Dynamite ring at that. Because the ring during that pay-per-view got busted that they needed help. That he needed to climb to get the diamond ring, which means like nothing. I don't understand that. I'll give you that one. I don't understand the diamond ring at all because like was it? Oh, there's the list.
It's a list of reasons.
He just made the list
to tune in on Wednesdays.
Check.
Hey, no, but Dynamite, like we were saying last show when you weren't here because you got the Tuesdays all mixed up or whatever. Just more like
his driver couldn't get him here.
I'm actually pretty much sold that you changed the day.
Move the clock forward.
We were
I'm still running like an hour behind right now on everything I'm doing the last few days. But I mean, again, that show we talked about,
We
like
know
the
'cause
Wrestling
you weren't
Observer
on top
results
three.
or whatever, and Dynamite won best show. And like, I'm more entertained by Dynamite than I am on Raw. There's more wrestling action. You get some of the younger guys that you don't really see all the time. While Raw is just talk. Maybe you get a match, then it's controversy to lead up to the pay-per-view. It's the same formula they always do. 3 hours is way too long for Raw. It should be 2 hours again.
Yes.
It's a snooze fest, right?
Well,
now.
we're kind of in the valley, right? So it peaks and valleys all the time.
But it's WrestleMania season.
Yeah, I
and
know.
It's always
and
been good.
And that's the frustration. It shouldn't be valleying right now, but it is.
And
It's
I'm
like,
not excited now for WrestleMania at all.
That's everybody's feel that I'm talking to.
That we were talking about that
Yeah.
too. I'm like, honestly, I really haven't tuned in much, just here and there, and that is not because I don't love wrestling, but it's a roller coaster ride.
Right.
Sometimes I love it, and I'll love it for months or even years at a time. Like they're hitting on all cylinders, and then sometimes it's not. And even during WrestleMania season, I was just watching the A&E Triple H Batista rivalry.
Okay.
Right. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I watched that WrestleMania, the 35 when they wrestled each other.
Right. You ripped out
They're-
the nose ring and
Yeah, I don't think I watched it. And so that was probably to me one of the valleys where I was just like not really into it that year or for that period of time. And the Cody Rhodes and Roman thing right now, and I was telling Kent this as well, I feel like it's a foregone conclusion that Cody's going to win the belt. Maybe he won't because it seems that way. But outside of that, I'm not even sure that I really
care.
There's any other match that I'm really looking forward to. I don't know.
Because here's your other match. It's Seth Rollins and Logan Paul probably.
Now, you know what, though?
Steal the
That's probably
show.
Steal the show.
That's going to
Yep.
steal the show.
Mhm.
What is it? Becky Lynch, Trish, Lita versus Dakota Kai.
Now
Bayley
Trish got attacked.
Yeah.
In the back, right?
Mm.
And she fell down onto the floor,
Mm.
except she was just like, well, those didn't move.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's eyes
Well,
were
I mean, I'm
on.
going to watch that match.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whether it's good, bad, or
that's
gonna
gonna-
wins.
that's
either.
It's
gonna
going to be in
steal
your
the
room
show.
by yourself, or is it gonna
That's gonna steal the show.
We're all winners. for
Kids
that
go to
match.
bed. Yeah.
But
like,
we're talking 2 nights, right? So okay, so we got
and that, it shouldn't be 2 nights.
Yeah. See, I think that's the other thing we were talking about in the green room. It's just like you can't get excited about 2 nights.
Yeah.
One good night. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
where's John Cena fit in all this? What's he up
he's
to?
going against Austin Theory for the U.S. Championship for what is it, the
Actually, ask
20?
him. Thanks for joining us
thank
again,
you.
John.
Yeah.
Is your mic working? No?
No.
Okay, we'll try work on that next show. But yeah, he's going against Austin Theory for I think was it the 25th or 27th championship reign,
Right.
which would then tie Flair overall titles.
Mm.
One, which I don't know if that's really true.
How does that matter?
Because
Right.
like how many times have like Edge and Christian won the tag team
Yeah.
belts and others like IC
Right.
and championship belts? It's like
Right. But John
Oh.
Cena's done that too. He's done all that.
Yeah.
Right.
for most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um,
I just wonder who cares about that. Like you just
No,
said.
like
There's
Well, that's
many
right.
other
it's
wrestlers.
like Bret Hart came back
Miz
during that
has
match
gotta be up
with
there.
beat
The
The
Miz has
Miz
been
for
in-
the U.S. title,
inter-
and like what's
Right.
it mean? It
The
means
Miz been
nothing.
Intercontinental Champion like 13 times or something like that. He's got to be up there with championship reigns. He's been
38, 39.
he's a 2-time what is that? Grand Slam
Two-time
champion.
Grand Slam, yeah.
Him and Seth Rollins, right? The only ones.
And what like doesn't make sense for me too. What they're doing now is the whole like all of a sudden they announced the Hall of Fame, and who is it? Rey Mysterio.
I could swear somebody just walked
Somebody
in.
walked,
Yeah,
hey, look who
hey.
finally showed up!
Oh,
Oh, you got
SG3.
tired of.
Rolling it
Is that
up in here.
Hey,
Oh,
John
man.
Cena's-
Hey, sorry, you do not fit in the camera shot.
No, I'll fix the camera. We'll get that
Oh,
camera
he shakes
fixed.
his hand, doesn't shake my hand. He doesn't care. Hey, that's a Pollo Loco spot. He's going to yell at you online if he's ever watching again. I don't know if he is. He probably isn't. That's why we don't have any more viewers right now because
what
he
just
showed
happened?
up.
We got 0 viewers.
What just happened?
I know you're one of the viewers. I was the other one. Now I'm trying to figure out because
How many cameras did you have on you? We got 0 right now.
I don't know. All the cameras blacked out. There you go.
We're having some technical difficulties.
know what
Thank you,
happened.
Comcast Internet, for your
Yeah.
awesome service.
Well,
It's a
that's-
Mountain Dew pitch black.
That's
episode.
right.
There we
Pitch
go. Where's the
black
black
episode.
lights?
There we go. It's like real radio now. It's wonderful.
Anybody want to put on the
Happening.
So
That's
if you
crazy.
missed it, Tom was poorly selling me on watching AEW
Oh, no, trust me,
again.
man. I watched it. I was like,
Oh.
He has it on
this
his
is your
car.
pitch? This is your pitch. You've been waiting weeks for it?
I
I'm
said,
not
tell me
waiting
about
weeks for. I was waiting last week time, and now I'm just way too damn
Oh,
tired
come
for
on.
stupid daylight savings time. Oh, we're off the air, so it doesn't matter. Oh, we're still
Oh.
talking. Are we still here?
For so long, you just can't see it.
I don't know what's
All right.
going on. Why nothing's pulling through here? Keep going.
So
Anyways,
yeah, Bray Wyatt's
So
attacking us
yeah,
right now.
so I give him an
Or
opportunity to pitch. Right?
We will.
hey, I just sent you an order. We gotta work
I gotta
on.
give you a quote.
We
yeah.
got to work on that design.
But yeah, it's like this guy. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, no more Facebook messaging. Just send me one email when you guys are ready.
I'm still getting the message.
Because it's like, oh, we want one hat this way. We want this hat. We want this shirt.
It wasn't even me. It was that.
I was like,
So you know what? Though, hold on.
all right.
You're also forgetting. I heard you talking about the WrestleMania build-up. You forgot about Finn Balor versus Edge and Hell in a Cell.
We didn't even get there yet. We were listing all the matches before you rudely interrupted us.
It's not my fault. The fact that you can't talk fast enough.
Wow. Okay, well, so I
You
haven't,
kiss
I
my
haven't
cat.
watched wrestling.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
So the matches that we got to was
We're talking about Trish because we were just talking about Trish getting
Yeah.
attacked, and then I came in. That's
yeah,
when
she
I-
fell on her back.
so we had Seth and Logan Paul being the show stealer.
Yeah, I had to
We
see
had
that.
Cody and Roman Reigns. We didn't even get to our matches yet.
You know what though? For night 2, I feel like that's gonna be it because I feel like you're gonna get the roller coaster of emotions, and I feel that Sammy's gonna help out Cody.
it.
I mean, that's kind of what they're setting up. There may be
Yeah,
a new
but
faction with
it's-
Sammy and
Yeah, but is
Cody.
that too easy?
Or does he not?
Or does he not?
So what
does
I
he
think-
Does he help
realign
Roman?
himself with the bloodline?
Mm.
This has been a setup the whole time.
Mm.
Could be.
Because
Hey,
him and Kevin Owens didn't work out like people
Mhm.
thought, right?
No, but last night on Raw, Owens got dragged out by the Usos and Solo, so they're probably going to be setting up the whole Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Usos
KO was a good street fight. Though.
for WrestleMania. That'll probably be night 1. What I think, this is just my conspiracy right now.
Yeah.
I think AEW and WWE are trying to make a deal for Goldust to be inducted in the Hall of Fame that weekend. So then he's at WrestleMania
with
To see his
Cody.
brother
to
win
see
the
his brother
championship.
and possibly get involved.
What up, Drew?
I don't know. about
That's what I'm thinking may
Ah,
happen.
I don't know, man.
Well, look at the Hall of Fame right now. What do? They just announced Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he's still wrestling.
And he's still
How is
wrestling.
that? I'm with you on that. That's
That to me
bogus.
is just like, that's crap.
yeah.
I mean, they did it with
Ric-
Flair, but everyone knew he was
Why is
retiring.
Ric
now.
Flair announcing the next entrant?
And wasn't it supposed to be today or is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. on
Oh, it's
Raw.
tomorrow? Okay.
Tomorrow.
Is it Arn Anderson by himself?
I heard they're
Wow.
trying to bring in Stacy for this. They're trying to finalize the deal with Stacy Keibler.
Okay.
I've been reading everywhere that they're
Stacey
trying to.
Keibler?
They're trying to bring in
To be
Stacy
in the Hall
Keibler
of Fame?
for this one.
For
Yeah,
to be the female.
I guess.
They're desperate right
I mean,
now because like
I would go to the Hall of Fame to see that bust.
of the legs or
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it is interesting because they just showed a clip on WWE of Stacy getting squirted with by Jerry King Lawler with a squirt gun.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
So it is kind of interesting to bring that up.
So,
But it's like, who else? Like, you don't
Yeah,
have
but-
the
yeah,
real
but the Hall of
headliner.
Fame is for people who are retired.
Right.
You should be out of commission for a few years.
Like how the NBA does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not where like, oh, you just like come
5
back and
years,
play and
yeah.
then okay, now it restarts. You get 5 years. and-
Yeah. From your last game.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have one more hurrah match, that doesn't mean anything. Like, whatever.
I'm
but-
with you.
Let's get all right.
But-
So
Should get the tugboat in.
Edge and Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell. So I don't think I knew that was happening.
They just
They just
announced it
announced
it.
yesterday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And don't be surprised if the demon comes out
yeah.
because he kind of did
So I
hint at
saw-
the demon.
I
Yeah.
saw that. and
He's
I-
been pushing it.
I
Yeah.
saw that on Twitter today and they put purple paint on him though, like a purple demon.
Oh, that'd be badass to see.
I think if he comes out like that, that's how he's gonna come out.
Now, for me,
That'd be
Edge
pretty badass.
That'd be badass as hell.
Edge's matches are way too long. And
Edge's
the-
matches are way too long?
yeah. They're way too long and it's the same every time.
But it's an emotional roller coaster though. That's what gets you. That's what gets you. You know,
I have no emotion for Edge anymore.
Yeah,
I just want him to go away.
I'm with
you
you.
have no emotion for anything
This guy
except for
watches
AEW.
AEW, man.
Yeah.
You
That's
got
right.
no emotion
Hey,
for nothing.
your guys are rooting for a former AEW reject. Cody.
I'm not rooting for Cody.
Yeah. Keith,
I am. I'll be honest. I am.
look at Keith Wilmuth, of course, with Dream Home Experts. Did Vince sell the company?
No, because he
yet?
wants $9 billion.
Is that what he's asking?
Yeah, that's what he wants. $9 billion. He's doing it high, and it's all just to get him back.
Because he's got legal fees.
He's got some out of pocket fees. You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
And probably Linda Wayne to divorce his ass fees.
Do we cheat him and how?
Other matches, like right now, they're saying the whole Bobby Lashley, Bray Wyatt's up in the air. Bray's got some type of physical injury.
They're saying it's still on. Dave
But-
Meltzer reported today it's still on.
Yeah.
So
The ones that I'm surprised you're not talking
They're
about it
saying
was the,
he's-
fact
Well,
the Bella
there's-
twins.
They're
Bella
saying
twins
he's-
left.
I didn't even get, man. Stop stealing my thunder.
It's not my fault the fact that you can't talk fast enough.
We just started the damn show. I came 5 minutes late.
I came 30 minutes late, and yet I'm still here.
Half hour ago.
No one invited your ass.
That's right.
Man,
They
my
don't
damn
even call him Bella anymore.
Garcia
So the
twins.
Garcia
Garcia
twins.
Garcia.
What was the other match there?
Keith just
So,
said that dude that's nothing for $9 billion is nothing. We have it out of our back pocket. Let's go ahead and just buy it.
That's why it's going to the oil.
Ken can get us a loan.
it's going to Saudi Arabia. We'll go to Saudi Arabia.
Personal line of credit.
There you go. Might need a cosign.
Yeah.
How many cosigns?
Let me ask my friend over.
I got good credit.
Let me ask my friend at Silicon Valley Bank.
Pom,
Too
pom,
soon?
pom.
Hey.
There's your brother. He finally found it. Quick now. Knows where it's at. So what's the other match? Asuka versus Bianca Belair.
Lazy buildup. I
Yes.
don't like it. I don't like what they did on Monday.
Yeah, so it's being called out. Asuka was doing some
Basically, she was
laughing,
like-
just
She was
Ridiculous.
dancing with the belt, like kind of like taunting.
She's trying to be crazy with the mouth
I like her new
spit and
paint.
stuff.
I know
and-
it's like a throwback to like
Yeah,
her
right.
crazy self in Japan or whatever,
Mhm.
but so that's cool. But I don't know. I'm not that
It-
excited about it.
it'll
I'm
be
not
a good-
excited- honestly, I'm not that excited about Bianca being like
Right.
the champion for 3 WrestleManias in a
Right.
row.
and like for me,
I noticed that, dude. You were so right. Holy shit.
it's going to be a good match, but
Where's
the
Charlotte
build-up.
at?
Charlotte's going against Rhea. Rhea won the Royal Rumble,
Rhea's winning that
Oh
one.
yeah,
And pick
that's right,
Charlotte.
because Charlotte's the SmackDown champion.
and so Rhea will probably win that one, and Charlotte will probably get a rematch and get her 15th title or whatnot.
Somewhere down the road.
She'll go on vacation, come back, and win it again in 2 minutes against whatever.
We got
Um,
Ronda and Shayna tag
Yeah.
team match right against what like Shotzi and somebody or
probably
something.
Shotzi and Natalia if they do it.
Something like that, some garbage match.
It's like it. This build up right now.
Who's the Miz wrestling?
He's the host. He's not even wrestling.
Again?
That's my guy.
I did not know you were a Miz fan. I honestly did not know you were a Miz
Hey,
fan.
oh, yeah, he's a
Wow.
Miz
Miz is
fan.
the man.
He's good on the mic. I'll give him that. He's good on the mic.
He could be a manager.
What? He's only one of two-time Grand Slam champions.
He does have a
You
point
got to
there.
give it to him.
I'm not going to give him shit.
Uninjured, his wife.
He steals
life's-
moves.
I mean, his lifestyle, TV shows.
He
Like
has
if
a
you,
point there.
hey, if you're a indie wrestler right now, and people are gonna get hate, they're gonna hate me for this. But if you're not trying to be the Miz, then what the hell are you doing wrestling? Because this guy's been successful for 20 years, been every champion twice. He's headlined WrestleMania
He's got a point.
his whole life. And it's just like you, man. He started
Don't
out,
say just
he
like
started
me.
out loving wrestling, wanted to be a wrestler, created a character. He's living his dream. If you don't aspire to at least live your dream like The Miz has been able to do so, then what the hell are you doing?
I mean, he has a point.
Well, you bring it up that way, Tim.
When you go and make points. There you go, making points.
There I go. I should never show up to church that one Sunday. Otherwise, it would have been all different.
I'm just saying.
I should have commented that's on your brother's show.
Yeah, make sure you say that, Kent. I should not have gone to church that Sunday.
It should not have.
Nope.
That is correct.
Kent's not paying attention. He's busy doodling on his phone.
No, yeah.
He just made
He's
a
trying to
sweet
find the
post.
game.
That's it.
All right, so
wait a minute.
WrestleMania matches.
Hold on.
Oh, time to play the game.
Yeah.
Oh, now we get to play the game. I couldn't play by myself. What I do on my Saturday nights is my own business. What are you laughing at, Sal? You play with yourself too.
Don't forget, there's a show.
All
on
right,
here
all
that
right,
says
here we
something,
go. The best of, the worst of, right here. And since we're talking a little bit, how about, well, let's just stay with the best. The best of the mid cards for WrestleMania that stole the show. The best of the mid cards that stole
So
the
not
show.
opening matches. They had to be in the middle of
Yeah, mid cards that
So-
stole the show.
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
And it's only because it gets brought up every time WrestleMania is brought up as one of the greatest matches ever.
Yeah.
And that's Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Of course.
Ooh.
Of course.
Okay.
They were the first show stealer, mid card show
Right.
stealer.
They're the original OG.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. What
That was a cop out, Tim. What else? What's another one?
Oh, sure, no problem. WrestleMania 2000, Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian, the tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah.
That was like TLC 2 or at least a
That was
ladder.
a 6-man, right? With the
Yeah,
Hardy Boys,
yeah, Hardy
Dudley
Boys,
Boys.
too.
Yeah.
That was one of those up years for me, and I actually my cable wasn't working in McHenry, so I drove to Kenosha to my cousin's house. Like, let's watch this, just so I could see that. It was cool too because all day long, I just remember that WrestleMania. They showed all the WrestleManias. If you ordered it,
Yeah.
so I
That
got
was
to
a
watch
big one.
all of them, and
Nice.
then the one that I paid for, my cable went out. 2000 was not working, so I drove to Wisconsin to watch it. Anyways, sorry.
All right, good.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna go a little bit more recent. If I was to go with one, I'm gonna go with Edge versus AJ Styles. That kind of was
Okay.
for me like a soul stealer because again, some people were going for Edge, some people were going for AJ Styles. They put on a hell of a show, you know. Another one, WrestleMania 27. I was there for that one. Undertaker versus Triple H.
Yeah.
End of a lifetime match.
Yeah.
I was there for that one, dude. I was there live. We had like literally no energy after that match. I'll never forget that match. It was great.
I'm gonna jump in again real quick, just because I'm gonna steal your thunder.
No, you're not.
Just in
I
case.
bet
No,
you
probably
won't.
not.
You probably won't.
Well, actually, I was just gonna tap on Undertaker. So obviously,
You
Undertaker,
won't.
Shawn Michaels. They're a
course.
couple of matches, right?
Yeah.
Classic matches.
So some honorable mentions would be the whole Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair,
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
his WWE retirement.
Sure.
My personal favorite, wrestling wise, was Brett versus Roddy Piper. No, because Brett Owen was opening match, so I couldn't use that one.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was Brett versus Piper, WrestleMania 8 for the Intercontinental title at the Hoosier Dome. And there was kind of like where you started seeing Brett's single stardom to be a main eventer after that match. And that was like the only time Piper ever got pinned. And yeah, it was just like one of those like where
Was that
Piper.
his first Intercontinental Championship?
No,
He beat Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam. For
he
his
beat.
first, I think.
Yeah, Perfect was in '91 was his first one, and then I think that was his last one against Piper.
Got it.
The other one, which some people forget about, is Hogan and Rock.
Yeah.
I don't
that
think
was-
any
18.
WrestleMania 18.
18.
Like
Was it mid-card? I thought it was.
it should have
That
been the
was-
main event.
that
No,
was a mid-card.
the
Oh,
main
yeah, you're
event
right,
was
yeah.
Triple H and Jericho.
Jericho.
It's the match before that one, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
But,
It was
like,
a Kobe
that
one.
did-
wasn't Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar.
No, that was
When Brock
20.
landed on his head.
Right.
The
No, that wasn't
botched
20. That was 19.
moonsault.
Was it 19?
That was. I know what you're talking about. The botched
moonsault,
moonsault.
like, ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Was it,
Yeah.
no, was that
The
7?
Rock and Hogan was a great match.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
No,
great
I
match.
mean, the electricity of the crowd, Hogan's first WrestleMania pay-per-view back, really.
Yeah.
At
They talk
Wrestle-
about that a lot. How they did not know the crowd was going to flip on them
Right.
They
and
really
boo,
did.
boo the Rock and cheer Hogan.
And that's where they pretty much like the A&E biography said that, where that just killed the NWO momentum
Yeah, completely.
completely in
Then,
WWE.
Impromptu sent them out there, right, to like pretty much put the nail in that coffin.
Right.
Like, okay, go out there and give them
Right,
shit,
right.
right.
Yeah.
And then the next night, I think Hogan comes out.
And it was
Red
Red Yellow, yeah.
Red
It's
Yellow,
a real
yeah.
American. And I mean, yeah, because like that match, like still, when I watch replays of that, the electricity of that crowd in Toronto, like, I don't know if anything ever topped that one.
Mm-mm.
Close. Close.
So now Kent's got his phone where he's
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
number
true.
7, WrestleMania 7, the Macho Man and the
The
Ultimate Warrior.
my dad cried during that.
That
one.
was there was good electricity there too,
Yeah.
bro. That was
Oh, that
a
was
crazy
the return of Elizabeth,
Yep. Yeah, that was
Word.
huge.
Oh,
career
yeah.
versus title.
Yep.
The one where Warriors like, what do I have to do to beat them?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Sherry comes out and
That
she
was when
starts.
Elizabeth was in the crowd. and
Yeah,
then she
Sherry's
comes out.
whooping on Macho Man, and Elizabeth comes out and saves him. I never saw my dad cry until that day.
Wow.
I was like,
That was a hell of a
he
match.
was just bawling and like, he's so beautiful.
Man, that match too was on both the Ultimate Warriors and the Macho Man's A&E thing or do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge match.
Yeah.
That was
And like
good.
those two personalities too, like
Yeah.
how they were able to work together, like that was just
amazing,
amazing too.
amazing. Yeah,
But that wasn't for a championship or anything, right?
No,
That was just
it was just
was it
straight
there
match.
for a championship?
No,
No,
no.
it's a 7. Yeah, because 7 was Hogan Slaughter.
Yes,
right.
because Slaughter beat Warrior at the Royal Rumble
Right,
Yeah.
and it-
because Macho Man hit him in the head with the scepter.
bad.
Yeah.
Bad, like literally, like really hurt him.
Right.
Right. Like knocked him out. Yeah.
And it was a following Royal Rumble where then Warrior was fired, I believe.
and then WrestleMania 10, right?
Mhm.
Michaels versus Razor Ramon.
The ladder
The
match.
The ladder match.
Yeah.
That was another good one,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And
History making.
that's when Sean
That
that's
was
when
the whole
Sean
start
was,
of the new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when Sean was at his best, I think.
Yeah.
Bleeding, flipping, flopping. And then here's one. Get your take on this. And this is interesting that it was in this article. WrestleMania 32. Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. They say stole the show.
That actually was when they switched the Divas Championship to the Women's Championship.
Uh,
Again,
I don't know.
yeah, that was
It
a
was
really
a
good
good
match.
It was a good
It
match.
was.
I don't know if
Man, I don't even remember what.
That's
Yeah,
when
that
I
was-
it
think
was that good.
Becky Lynch busted her eye socket.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg walked Sasha Banks down to the ring,
Okay.
I believe.
I don't think I watched that one.
It was at the
Go back and watch it because that's a
They
was
say
a really
it
good
stole
match.
it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They put on a good show because that was the. Obviously, the women's revolution was already well
Right.
underway, but that was one that was like really solidifying those, like the horsewomen, right?
Mhm.
All in a match, all in WrestleMania, with the exception of Bailey at the time.
I mean, that's what they're saying, right? The mid card this time,
Yeah.
could it'd be more electrifying than
Yeah.
I feel like it is. I mean, you're going to get for sure 2 matches with the Logan Paul, Seth, and then the Hell in a Cell for sure. Those 2 matches right there are going to steal all your thunder.
So they
I
did
don't know,
those on the first night.
I think they're going to save Logan Seth for night 2.
the Paul brothers could both go down, right? I mean, it's-
man.
They're saying actually don't be surprised if Jake shows up for this one.
Oh, he'll be there.
'cause
You know,
he's not a
That's
boxer. He's not a
WrestleMania, though,
boxer
isn't it?
anymore. so- Whoa.
Wow. All right. So what else is happening WrestleMania wise? We got any? Are we done? We're done with the game, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the game right here. Brought to you through the San.
We can't do the
by
worst, though,
Santos
man?
Center.
No.
Well,
It's
okay. If
always
you want to
best
go the
of
worst,
worst, though.
all right. If you want to go the worst, what do you got? all of the rest.
You guys, anyone else want to take one first, or
You go ahead because you already have yours.
I mean, I already got mine. I'm trying to get the WrestleMania 39 card right now.
Well, I'll throw another Undertaker match out there.
Yeah.
Undertaker
Gonzalez.
versus El Gigante.
Giant
Yeah.
Oh,
Gonzalez.
come on. That's a
Giant
given,
Gonzalez.
man. You can't use that. That's
I
a
mean,
given.
Or any WrestleMania. What WrestleMania had Bam Bam
That was
Bigelow
11.
and Lawrence Taylor?
That was probably the worst one
the
ever.
main event.
That was the main event of WrestleMania 11. That was
You
probably
know-
the worst WrestleMania. That was
You
worse
know
than
what?
9.
We're gonna talk about mid card match, so that's worst.
I think they'll talk about Chris Benoit again on WWE before they talk about WrestleMania 11.
Wow.
Hey, wow.
I mean, no, seriously
Yeah.
talking, like, what else happened WrestleMania 11?
I think
Was that? I'm sorry. Was
that
that
was-
so far in the 90s where it's like Bastion Booger and Repo Man?
it was around that
going,
era. Yeah.
where everything is just so. Over
I
top,
think the
gimmicky
best
that it's
match
just
may have been
lame.
Brett and Bob Backlund.
Oh my god!
And that's
right.
that was
And
like a
then-
mid card match. And then
Bob won the championship, didn't he?
no,
No.
Diesel was a champion.
Isn't that the one?
Diesel beat Shawn Michaels because that was the first time Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble.
Okay,
And then lost to Diesel. I believe Pamela Anderson was in the ring and all that
but
stuff.
Diesel's first championship was beating Bob Backlund.
Oh, it was being Bob Backlund, yeah.
So, but how did Bob Backlund become the champion?
It was a chicken wing match where Martha Hart threw in the white towel because Owen
He
did a
beat
sob
Bret
star.
Hart. Bob Backlund.
And then Diesel
beat
jackknife
Bret
power bombed
Hart.
him within like 5-6 seconds at like MSG or something.
Anyways, what a horrible WrestleMania.
It was.
Yeah, I can't.
All right.
Well,
So
but-
then
what-
worst mid
Brett won that one.
Anything happened in WrestleMania?
Worst mid card matches. Oh,
Yeah.
what was that one? Was it?
You know what? This is actually considered mid card. I'll jump in. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton.
That match was just horrible.
Was
It
that with
didn't make
the-
any sense. That was with all the projection stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
magnets and
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. How about in WrestleMania 4, Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus the Honky Tonk Man?
It wasn't as bad as I don't know.
The worst
was
part
it-
about that match was probably Brutus's tights, though.
Right? The pink ones. Yeah.
He had some super revealing tights. At
Yeah,
that,
you
that
could-
He
time.
always has.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you-
no, but hey, at one
you
point
could
they
tell
were
what
cool,
religion he
right?
was.
When he partnered with Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
they weren't
The Megamaniacs.
Yeah, they weren't.
That was
so
WrestleMania
crazy.
9.
But there was one, and I was like, whoa, Brutus.
Rowdy Piper and Mr. T when they boxed.
That was WrestleMania 1.
Or Roddy
Was that one or
and,
two? One?
That was
Bad
one,
News
yeah.
Brown.
Oh,
When
right.
Roddy painted half his body
Oh.
black.
That was WrestleMania.
That was 6.
That was 6 or
Yeah,
7.
that
That
was
was
6.
6. Okay.
What's the one Butterbean versus Marvelous Mark
Bart
Merrill?
Gunn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bart Gunn when he knocked him out.
No, I thought that was against
No,
Bart
no, no,
Gunn.
no. He
Bart
fought. He
did
Butterbean
twice.
Butterbean won against Marvelous Mark Merrill in a boxing match. I just can't remember if it was a WrestleMania, if it
I
was
don't think that was.
a like a Royal
Because the
Rumble or
Ball
something.
for All was Bart Gunn versus Butterbean.
Nah, dude. If you remember that match, it was Butterbean versus Marvelous Mark. Butterbean gives him a right hand, and then Sable tries to do something, and then Marvelous Mark Merrill. This is the time where Marvelous Mark Merrill's whole angle was where he was getting jealous because every single guy was looking at Sable,
Yeah.
and like every single guy was like chanting a Sable, and, like cheering Sable on. So he was like getting super jealous.
Covering
Like,
her up and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that
And then
was
she pulled out the handprint.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was around that time.
Yeah.
I just can't remember like
All
what event it was.
The absolute worst, and this went for 14 minutes. This went 14 minutes. Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole.
Yeah,
It went for 14 damn minutes.
it was hilarious though. I'll never forget because that's the
It
one.
was
where-
horrid.
It was funny though. It was
Oh.
a slap. It was a knee slapper kind
Yeah,
of.
but it should have been like 4 or 5 minutes. 'Cause, like,
Right.
I mean, if you want to go like another one, like the most entertaining one had to be like
14
Sami
minutes.
Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville.
and it was.
That was
That was a good one,
awesome
actually.
last year. That was a match I thought was going to just be horrible, and
Yeah.
it was just nonstop
Brutal.
entertainment.
Yeah, brutal.
The other one I was thinking too was the Hart Foundation versus the Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks come down and they start doing their national anthem and,
And they jump from behind.
they're
right?
jumping from behind, do the heart attack right away. 1, 2,
Beat 'em.
3, match is over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was like that was 6 too, wasn't it?
What about? I'm
Was it?
surprised
No,
that
I
Brock
don't think that was
versus
6.
Eric Rowan wasn't
Well,
on
maybe it
there.
was 6.
I don't
Six-
remember
yeah,
that
6
one.
is
Pat
my
McAfee
all-time-
versus Vince McMahon.
That was entertaining. I wouldn't say that was the
Also-
worst.
I'm
I
still.
thought
I'm,
Pat McAfee was was good.
Pat McAfee was great. I'm still
Here you
surprised
go.
though that they didn't have Rock versus Eric Rowan, where he faced the whole entire Bray Wyatt family. I don't know if you remember that match.
Yep.
They all circled them, and the Rock just literally picked them all apart one by one in less than a minute each one. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Here's the one I
That's
was
because he's
trying to
around.
find. I couldn't get their names. It's number 17 on Bleacher Report. Hillbilly Jim, Little Beaver, and the Haiti Kid versus King Kong Bundy, Lord Littlebrook, and Little Tokyo. WrestleMania 3. That was the one I was trying
The
to
only one
remember.
the only one I recall is Hillbilly Jim on that. That's how bad that one was. Like what?
Alright.
Hey, Hillbilly Jim had a man beard before they became popular.
Oh, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
That brother. Right?
Oh, hey, speaking of midget wrestling, because those guys were midgets, right?
Yeah.
I
I love the midgets, but that one I couldn't stand.
At the Vixen, they have midget wrestling going
March
on.
20th.
March 20th? That,
Yeah, the 20th.
So
on
like
Monday.
oh,
like Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
It's
I'll
at
talk
7
to I'll
o'clock.
talk to Scott, see if he can get us some press passes for it.
Yeah, do that.
VIPs.
I got to see Mad Mex, little Mexican dude.
What time? I'm in.
And they got some girls too.
Oh,
I gotta bring in
here's,
El
7
Torito.
I love them little girls. I'm nuts over them.
here's another one. I don't even think it's on the replay.
Literally.
Is Roddy Piper versus Goldust, the Hollywood Backlot Brawl from WrestleMania 12.
No.
I don't even think that's on the replay on the Peacock.
So, kind of like just getting on a personal here, but for me, I never was able to watch the wrestling pay-per-views because my parents could never afford it. So for me to watch like the pay-per-views was all the ones that like Hollywood Video, Blockbuster had.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They never had WrestleMania 12. They had almost a good chunk of the Royal Rumbles. They had some King of the Rings. But WrestleMania was like maybe 13, 14, and 15. But they did not have like the 12, the 6. They didn't have anyone like that. So
Blockbuster, for those out there listening, used to be a store where you could go and rent
video
video.
cartridges.
Well, you can still go to one. It was
VHSs.
Does Portland, Oregon have the last one?
it became an
Probably.
Airbnb.
Yeah.
It became an
Is that
Airbnb.
Nice.
Don't forget also Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video.
Hollywood.
Family
was-
video.
Family
Oh,
video.
my
There's
goodness.
still a few of those around.
Not in McHenry anymore, though.
They turned the last Blockbuster into a series on Netflix.
Yeah.
I saw that,
Which
yeah.
is funny too.
Where they're just selling their merchandise.
Yeah, no, I get it though. So we never rented them either. I had a cousin whose family, whose parents would always invite like the aunts and uncles over and make tamales and meals and stuff like that. And we watch wrestling.
So let's be honest. You had to pay for long distance back in the 80s.
Yeah,
so when there was a pay-per-view, my parents were like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding."
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not spending $28 on this.
Right.
Well, that's the only one like my dad would get would be WrestleMania, SummerSlam, occasionally Royal Rumble,
That's all there was.
and
man.
Survivor
That's
Series.
it.
Well, what in mid '90s, you had like in your houses that used to be like $20
Yeah.
or something.
So we
like
would,
that.
yeah. So my buddies and I would find somebody's house, and we would pool our money together,
Mhm.
come up with $30 to do
Yeah.
the pay-per-view.
But yeah, most of my wrestling history though came from like watching a pay-per-view and then going to the movie store and being like, oh, SummerSlam '88. I didn't watch that once. And then I'd watch it and see Ravishing Rick Rude and Ultimate Warrior and Steel Cage, or Ultimate Warrior's like first championship match against Honky Tonk Man or whatever. Like I didn't, the 30-second match or whatever it was. We won the Intercontinental Championship.
The energy that
Yeah, that's what I think like last show I was telling Kent, like where it was like how wrestling was special with me, with my dad and stuff, where I didn't have cable and he'd had cable and he'd record both Raw and Nitro. You get because Nitro was on a replay.
Yeah.
So you record Raw first and record the replay of Nitro. So it wasn't until like the next day, Tuesday, when I saw him, I get the tape. He'll like, okay, put on the VCR and whatever and watch it for the next 3-4 hours while he takes a nap. And
Man, we would
but-
we'd get the TV trays out and
Mhm.
homemade pizza and watch Georgia Championship Wrestling with Ric Flair and Tommy Wildfire Rich, the Four Horsemen. Arn Anderson was on there. It was oh man, it was a good one. Yeah.
And well, right now, I don't know if you guys have seen, but Bret Hart's son has now, or boys have actually started up dungeon wrestling up in Calgary, and they're actually putting on shows now.
Really?
I think they actually had their first show this past weekend. And I want to say Harry Smith was part of it, Davey Boy Smith's son.
Nice.
So
Was he the one that was already wrestling before?
he was the one that came in with like Tyson Kidd and
Yeah.
Natalia.
How was it? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. Yeah, I just saw like on Facebook that
Dungeon
they had
wrestling.
some dungeon wrestling
Oh.
up in Calgary, and that could be like the new Stampede, and where we'll see a bunch of that kind of talent coming through.
Yeah.
Especially if like Brett dips his toes in there at all. I mean,
Yeah.
he just had his picture raised to the rafters in Calgary Hitman Stadium up there, Saddle Dome.
He's got a Hitman Stadium.
Well, he used to own the Hitman. I don't know if he still does,
Oh.
but that's where the Calgary Hitman, the minor league ice hockey
Never
team,
heard of
came
him.
from. He always used to wear their jersey on Nitro.
Oh, I didn't see. So Nitro is like AEW. I never watched it. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. It's the same thing, same concept. Take all WWE's wrestlers and put them on here and
I don't know. I like
Act like they're cool. hated
So,
them.
you know what? Let me go ahead and ask you the question. Are the Garcia twins going to go to AEW next?
Probably.
Okay, cool.
Probably.
No, if Brian Danielson's still wrestling, I'm sure.
You know what? It doesn't even matter. It don't matter. They're not doing anything anyways now for WWE. Go to AEW. No one will watch you there like no one's watching you now.
So, wow. All right.
I mean, I watched Toto Bellas when John Cena was on there.
Man, what a dick he was, wasn't he?
I know. Trust me. I was like, man, you got a lot of haters now because of
All
how
right.
you act. And it's weird to be the thugonomics guy and then be so like
Right.
uptight
Yep.
of a person. But anyways, yeah. I got
So-
love for the Garcias.
Other WrestleMania matches we haven't talked about yet is his guy.
Goldberg's coming back.
No. Omos.
Almost. Oh, I like
Omos
Goldberg.
versus
Bret Hart.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I like
you-
him.
Did anyone see Brock Lesnar's finger when he was trying to shake his hand? Like how it's like
Mm.
super deformed? Anyone
No.
should catch that? No? Okay,
No.
cool. If you guys can catch it, go ahead.
Mhm.
Because it's like almost like bent like this, kind of like the pinky
Yeah.
is like almost like swerved, like
Dude.
bent completely that way. I'm like, oh, that's
When
all
you-
right.
When the NFL starts again, look at the commentators.
Michael
I
Strahan.
know.
All their fingers
They're
are
nasty.
all basketball.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you want to throw up? Look at LeBron's toes. Look at a picture of his toes. His pinky toe is literally like smashed. You can't even see it because of how much pivoting he's
So it's
done.
a John
on his-
Cena toe.
He's like literally like all these basketball players.
They should name
All
it
their
John
toes
Cena
are
toe,
all
man.
deformed.
And there's no such thing as a good looking foot anyway.
I mean, but
That's true.
right.
Mhm.
So imagine
And
that.
yet,
and
don't
then
forget though,
even
there's people
ugly.
that pay for the for pictures.
I was watching. Yeah, one of the commentators they were like doing something with their hands, and I was like, "Whoa, did you see?" his
Michael,
finger?
Oh, I
Strahan,
know.
Michael Strahan.
They're all
That's-
like-
if you ever see Michael Strahan, he just goes ha ha, and then just bends it completely out of place. Like there's
That's
no
crazy.
bone right here, like all the way to
they
here.
They get caught in jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Stepped
crazy.
on.
Oh, was it Ronnie Lott that nipped his finger off or cut it off during the
Yeah.
game?
I think so.
Anyways, I'm not
But anyways.
surprised that Brock Lesnar's finger.
Yeah, so I like see, and I still like the Nigerian Giant. I don't like that they call him the Nigerian Giant, but this guy, to me, that big brother could take some people out.
Yep.
Yeah, he can.
I
mean,
just don't like the matchup with him and Brock. It just
That's a Vince match.
unless he's gonna end Brock, just get rid of him for a while.
Nah, I feel that.
I feel it's gonna be a Brock squash.
feel like Brock's gonna squash him to set up for Bobby down the road again.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I hear what Bobby wants to do.
What's that?
Wants to tag team with Brock.
He
It'd
said,
be
"We'll
a
just-
good tag team,
That'd be
That'd be killer tag team."
interesting.
dude.
Who's beating them?
I was scrolling through Twitter, and I came across Steiner, Rick Steiner,
Mhm.
Big Papa Pump.
Mhm.
He looks like an old man droopy.
Oh, yeah, right now, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
he's
god!
still
All
out there
rides
doing
off
it,
and
though,
stuff.
Too. He's
Oh.
still out there doing it. High school gyms and stuff. I saw him not even that long
Is
ago.
that right? Oh, he does not look
Looking
good.
horrible.
His
Mhm.
kid's gonna go to play basketball someplace. I guess his kid's a good baller, but I had to look because he just looked like somebody's grandpa. I was
Right.
like, what? That's
Staying
Big
all-
Papa
all that
Pump.
The big
pumping
bad
up- all that
booty daddy.
pumping up, man. All that pumping
Oh.
up. At some point, it's going to deflate.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Is that what's going to happen to a Rock?
No, I don't know.
Well, he's
Oh,
taking his vitamins. If you know what I mean.
Takes vitamins every day.
If you know what I mean. Now he's selling them online.
And then the other matches also going to be Bray versus Lashley. If Bray's hurt or not, we'll see. But what the hell are they doing with him?
I don't know. It's been
That's
one of
like-
the most disappointing returns.
It's so
Right.
true.
It has been.
It's been dragged out way too long,
I don't
and
get
just
Uncle
like
Howdy. I don't get any of this.
Yeah, but all
shit
this
that they're
because
doing.
Vince has put him up for sale, though. We talk about this in the green room. It's like when you're a ball player or whatever, and they're like, and there's rumors that you're going to be traded. You're like, whatever, what the hell, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the way the writers are, I think, right now. That's the way the talent is, because they're like, I don't know. I mean, if he does sell it, am I even going to like being here?
Right.
So Vince is doing everybody dirty by doing this. Just I think he's ruining his own product.
I think it all got screwed up because The Rock didn't come back.
I told you he wasn't coming back.
I told you he wasn't coming back.
Well, I think
Multiple times.
I'm just saying, if he would have came back for Royal Rumble or whatever to sup the whole Rock versus Roman thing for WrestleMania, Vince would have sold because he would have got max money. Everyone would be watching. He have all the ratings.
Rock didn't come back because it wasn't selling to him.
Right now, it's like
he's a brilliant businessman. His team was like, yeah, no.
He's like $9 billion. I'll give you maybe
Right.
$9 million.
Right. Right. But I mean, now he's the owner of the USFL, XFL, whatever it is,
Which is
whatever
doing
the
great
new
right
football
now.
league is, right?
Wow.
But and he'll do a good job of that because pretty much he's a good businessman. Everything he touches does well, and I think it was out of spite because
except DC though.
they tried to cut him out of it, right? So he's like, you know what, that's what I think. That's why he didn't come back. That's it.
I mean, they did everything that they could to get him back for this. So, and what's the other rumor match? It's going to be LA Knight versus Stone Cold is what they're talking about right now.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Austin Theory versus John Cena.
We already said that, man.
I didn't hear that part. I'm sorry.
You must have been walking in.
You're
I
just
must have
like
walked
every
in.
woman I ever talked to.
Yeah.
They don't pay attention to you. Absolutely.
Don't listen.
So,
No, they all have deep voices. They all stand up and pee. Never mind.
So because LA Knight is basically ripping off his
Gimmick
shtick,
right now, yeah.
shtick,
Yeah.
talks like him.
The
Walks like
cowboy
a-
vest.
Yeah, I don't know. That just seems dumb.
I mean, what they did with LA Knight with Bray Wyatt too, just made no sense. And
Yeah, but
And that's
but either that or just does LA Knight wrestle somebody else and then you hear the glass break.
and he comes out and gets stunned.
He comes out, opens up a can of whoop ass,
just walks
beats him down,
Yeah.
right? Stomps a mud hole in him,
Yeah.
grabs a couple beers, and
Mhm.
walks off.
Stuns him again.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Vince comes out. What the hell are you doing? And he gets stunned. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And oversells the stunner as he always does. You know, with the,
Poorly sells the stuff.
Poorly.
No sells the stuff.
poorly
No,
oversells
falls
it.
down.
Right.
just lightly goes down to the ground now.
Yeah.
go
I
slow.
think
Go slow.
the final match then is probably was a Sheamus McIntyre against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
You know, that could be a show stealer. Those guys are hard hitting and there's
So-
a lot of action.
So do
happening.
y'all think that the Valley is because Roman's had the championship for so long? And everybody's just like, nah.
Part of it, yeah. And
Yeah.
because
Oh, but both belts.
I
Right.
feel like this match was supposed to already have happened. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you bought some time
Yeah.
to put this match when the buildup was already there from last WrestleMania. It was going into
Mhm.
it.
Right.
Like, this should have already been done.
Well, it's supposed to happen at SummerSlam.
Right. So it was already supposed to be done.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
we're getting
And Cody wasn't supposed to win.
a secondhand match. Like this story could potentially had already been over sometime this year and moved on.
And that's
It's
where
just
they
kind of been dragged.
they all screwed up with the whole Sami Zayn thing. They screwed up with the match against
Yep.
Drew McIntyre. I
Yep.
mean, it's just like
So in the chaos, right? Sammy was already a star, but a star was born during that too. So it's
Right.
like he became the fan favorite, and they didn't know what to do with him because
Mhm.
it was never planned for that to be the case.
Correct.
the only plan was he was going to wrestle Roman in Montreal,
Sure.
and that was going to be it.
Yeah, but we and Tom, you and I talk about this
Yeah.
all the time, going back to when the only time that Roman is defending the belt or wrestling is in the pay-per-views.
Right.
There's no build-up, there's no excitement.
Mhm.
There's no almost a 3 count on the champ. And then hey, okay, let's do you and Brock again. So I just think that because he's had it for so long, and he hasn't had to win it back, or there's just been no good storyline with it. And then to your point, Tim, is they're like, wait, why do they like the redhead bearded guy?
Right.
Because he's one of us in a way. It's like the whole
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan from WrestleMania 30. That's lightning in a bottle. You don't get that too often, and that's where it would have been perfect for Sammy to win one of the belts
Yeah.
at Montreal. That's where Roman should say, like, I'm defending this belt at this pay-per-view or this belt at that pay-per-view. So he still has a belt.
Mhm.
The biggest difference, though, is they went into WrestleMania 30, right? That was the Daniel Bryan WrestleMania.
Yeah.
With the intent to
Mhm.
capitalize on the Yes movement and have him win. Like the buildup was there for him.
Well,
And he
that
beat
was the
Triple
one.
H, and then went on to beat who was in the second match?
It was Batista and
Orton.
Orton.
Batista and Orton.
Because
Batista
originally it was
tap.
supposed to be Batista versus Orton, but the fans were against that in Royal Rumble.
Right,
Kind of
but
like when Roman won the
That
Royal
didn't
Rumble too.
happen. That didn't just happen, and then they didn't let the fans down by not letting them capitalize on it. Like that movement was happening.
Here,
So where
there's
they changed the
Right.
story to fit what the fans wanted.
Yeah.
The Sami Zayn thing was just like we don't want.
they're
that
trying to
happen.
squash it, and that's why Sammy
Right.
wasn't in the Royal Rumble at all, and that's why they're
Well-
trying to just kind of.
And Roman's got horrible
Give him-
play in music. It doesn't fire the crowd up.
I actually like the song.
It isn't. It isn't like the Rocks or Stone Cold.
Cody's,
You
Stone
know.
Cold, it's all them. It's just
For what Roman does, it fits that narrative.
Yeah, but it doesn't get you pumped up.
You're not supposed to really be pumped up, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
here's
that's why all the heroes are like
the tribal chief coming.
Right.
He's not the
Here
hero though.
I
He's a
am to
bad
save
guy.
the day.
Well, that's where Cody has that music.
That's what I'm saying.
They just have to get rid of his 5-minute narrative right before it.
Yeah, Cody's. Yeah.
More than one wrestling.
I just thought that would be for a pay-per-view type of
Mhm.
thing. I did not know that was his literal entrance every single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's pretty lame.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. I see it for a WrestleMania.
So now
Yeah.
everybody,
There's more than one wrestling fan.
I cannot stand it.
I leave this alone.
But so right now, okay, you got the whole Sami Zayn thing, kind of almost done. Is Jay the one to beat Roman? Because Jay
No.
it started with Jay, and Jay
No,
could turn on Roman this week.
he ain't beating him. Yeah, he can help someone else beat him.
It could.
And that's what I said before. The storyline was perfect for Jay to leave and then get the Rock in.
That'd be like if Bob Backlund beat Bret Hart for the championship.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That'd be that bad.
Right.
You would really.
My
have to
issue
suck
with-
for that to happen.
Cody winning is the whole he left and gets rewarded for leaving.
I don't know. He tore
Drew
his
left,
pec.
got rewarded.
Yeah, but he
you have
earned
your
it.
guy Miz. He's been there for how long? When was his last WrestleMania main event? 12 years ago, 13 years ago,
27.
27, 28 or whatever
Yeah.
it was. And
Yeah, but-
and he's done, and Seth Rollins, where's his reward for being loyal for all these years? It's not there. What this message sends to the rest of the roster is leave, go elsewhere, be missed for a little bit,
Tear
then
your
come
pec,
back.
Tear your pec, still
No.
wrestle through it.
It doesn't send
That's
a
what earned
message.
him his spot.
That's the message. It
Thank you.
sends.
That's
Yeah.
what.
That's what
Those-
earned his spot. He tore his fucking boobie off, and then he kept wrestling.
Because most people would have just said, "I'm not going to wrestle." I tore my pec, and he was like, "Nah, dude, I'm still going to go."
Well, I respect
And then
that.
the next
but I'm
day,
just
they were
saying.
poking it.
Well, that's what they screwed up. Why did they have Edge go back to being a
Yeah.
face and Rollins? That's when they should turn Rollins
Yeah.
face. Is right then and there,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
kept it that way.
You're right.
They screwed that part up.
Yeah, they did.
Well, Rollins not a face, so there you go.
No, now he is, but it's that's when he should have been a face, and he should have still kept Edge with Judgment Day.
If they were going to go to the whole Ministry of Darkness line, I would not have preferred that. So I'm glad they did what they did.
Oh, right now it's like they've been wrestling for each other for a year. It feels like.
That's brutal.
Oh, then your match it's going to be father versus
Yeah,
son.
we've got a few weeks, right? It's April
Yeah.
1st and 2nd.
Yep.
WrestleMania. Of course, you guys are going to be
We're
live.
going to be here. If you guys want
Both
to come in,
nights?
yeah. Right, we're going to be here for both nights.
My
Yeah.
condolences.
I'm going to have no voice by the end of that weekend, so
It'll be a fun, yeah.
it's a good thing I no longer work in customer service like that.
I've got Gigi's Playhouse gala and fashion show that I'll be at, but on the first. Second, I may stop in.
Yeah, man. If you guys want to, just come on, stop in. We're gonna have food, watching it. Everything's
We're
gonna be like
bumping,
live
we're
reaction.
bumping anything goes because these guys are going to be live.
Cool.
That Sunday.
You should have Dawn actually watch WrestleMania live.
Get
Here.
in here.
Have anything goes going on live with you guys here?
Have her-
That'd be-
Have a screaming in
have
the
her-
background.
have her throw-
And
have her
not
throw-
really anything be going. You know,
Have her throw Pollo Loco through the table.
Yep.
Break the table and smack one of the microphones on his head. Just bam. How's that for fried chicken?
Meanwhile, old man's over here just drunk. So
Talk about 10 minutes.
That's it. All right, listen. I gave you, Tom, you were in just a few minutes late. We went a few minutes long just to make sure that you got the proper time. Of course, it wasn't late, folks. It's just the way that he makes his grand entrance.
Yep.
That's it.
you
the
gotta
true-
make the audience anticipate,
The true 21-6 tag team champions right here. Looking to be, we've got a six-man tag going on for WrestleMania. So we'll see if, of course, since the rejects have challenged, let me tell you something, brother, has not been defeated. So, and that's they got the
How many
belts.
days has it been?
I don't know. It's like Roman numbers.
It's
It
Roman
is a
numbers.
lot.
Not even close. Stop it.
It's getting boring.
Hey,
It's
hey,
like
listen,
I don't want to watch.
your head, yes. Yes, but no, my friend, no, it's not even close.
I watch.
I'm gonna leave and then come back.
That's
and
it.
win the
You did leave.
championship. That's right. And,
That's
I won
it.
the
Hey, we're still
championship.
champs.
You finally got your bell when you came back.
And as The Rock says, happy Pi Day, everybody. For all of us here at 21-6 and End. And let me tell you something, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay squared in the circle. Wait, what?
That's not wrong. Okay.